the game of baseball is crazy. So it's just wild, man. Baseball is crazy.
Welcome back to Texas College Talks. This is episode 5, and this time we're staying in my hometown, Houston, Texas, with a very special guest, Ryan Hernandez, who plays for the Cougars. Take it from here, Ryan. Give us a little introduction, and thank you for coming on.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me on. Well, my name's Ryan Hernandez. Uh, I'm first baseman here at University of Houston. I've been here for 3 years now. I just graduated this past December. I'm just really excited to, take on the last year of my eligibility. It was a great team that we have this year. Originally, I went to San Jack, and now the University of Houston gave me an opportunity a couple of years back, and I've loved it ever since. And I don't plan on on leaving the city of Houston anytime soon. So, thank you for having me on once again, and I'm excited for this.
Thanks again for coming on. I think
Mm.
these Final Four and Elite Eight runs got to help the case too. I mean, that's special stuff to watch, and wish they would have got it done, but there's always next year.
Absolutely. I mean, our programs have been doing really good this year. I mean, our football team did really well. Went to a bowl game. Beat Auburn in the bowl game. They had an incredible season. We're ranked in the top 20 this year. And then you have our basketball program. It's also, it's been doing very, very well the past about 3 years since I've been here. And building their program and building stock in the company. And then our team this year, we started off pretty well. I mean, we had a tough first weekend, but ever since then, I mean, we've been building off that, and learning and expanding our knowledge about the game within ourselves. I mean, you can only learn about yourself and how you can get better. And I think that's a big part in what we're doing here at Houston, and just taking advantage of all the opportunities that other teams give us, to win the game. So I'm just really excited about this year.
Something you touched on right before we hopped on. You guys are 2 wins away from catching last season's total.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good vibe already, not even midway.
Absolutely,
Team's rolling,
absolutely. Yeah,
especially
I
those
mean,
midweeks.
yeah, the midweeks are a big thing, man. Those we're 7-0 on midweeks this year. And we got a couple tough. I mean, we have the next 5 midweeks are all tough midweek games. But there's a sense of urgency when it comes down to it here at Houston, and our coaches, harp on the fact that midweeks are like the beginning of the week, and they can decide, how the rest of the week goes. So we have a good off day on Monday. We have optional work and stuff, but I mean, with this team, we take our off days very lightly because we care about that Tuesday game, and those are really important for RPI and in that record. I mean, we're 7-0. We're only 2 wins away from beating our record from last year already in the win column. And I mean, it all comes down to how the new coaches that have come into the coaching staff take care of us, and they look out for us. So I'm really excited about that.
Speaking of one of those new coaches,
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Belamovich. I played
Yeah,
high school ball with him. Ryan gets along
yeah,
with him, was a teammate with him, and now he's your coach. Shout out
absolutely.
Tyler, and how do you like having him on board?
I mean, absolutely. I love Tyler. I mean, there isn't something he doesn't know about the game. He's played for so long. I mean, he's like a diehard Cougar. So, I mean, he respects us, and we respect him. I mean, he played on the team last year, so it's really recent. But he does a great job with us too, helping out Coach Kiv, and he brings a lot of insight. He's taking care of our outfielders, working with them every day. Um, and that's a guy who I literally never saw him make an error here in the outfield in my time being here. And I mean, that's a great guy to have. He has tons of knowledge, and he's a guy who wants to get into into the coaching role at some point. So I mean, and he does. He just treats us well, man, and that's a big part of our vibe this year is how how good can you get along with your coaching staff and your other teammates and stuff, and all of our coaching staff is doing really well. So shout out to Tyler Belo.
Cy Ranch boys.
Yes,
You got
sir.
you guys definitely got a good culture over there, especially little
Mm-hmm.
H-Town bond. But I know the new facilities finished up, maybe finished up last year. I never got to
Mm-hmm.
see it when I played there, but how do you like the new facility?
Oh man, that facility is huge. That facility is big time. I mean, we have a weight room upstairs, a big pitching lab upstairs. We have a golf sim. We have a club level, for people to watch out the side of the building with like retractable window door type things. We have uh, a big locker room, a big players lounge, a kitchen in our players lounge. We have a hydrotherapy room, a hot cold tub. Um, we have a training room. We have everything. I mean, there's nothing that facility doesn't have that allows us to be prepared for the next day. You know what I mean? For the next game, it has everything. And I'm very grateful. And I know everybody else is very grateful for that facility. So, we give thanks to those who donated to help us out and, help the future of Cougar baseball. It doesn't go unnoticed. So I'm just really thankful. You got to check it out. Whenever you want to come check it out, man, just reach out to me.
I want some action in ping pong. I'll
Oh,
smoke
you don't want
anybody. I'll
no,
smoke
I'm
anybody.
telling you, dude, we have some crazy good ping pong players on our team for some odd reason. Like, it's
Let's
wild. Like there's
let's
some
run a
playing right
statewide tournament.
now. You were in a statewide tournament?
No, let's run one.
Oh, dude. We got some damn good ones, man. Like I'm like bottom tier and I'm pretty good.
Love to hear that. That new
Yeah.
facility did look sweet, and I would love to check it out. The
Absolutely,
field,
man.
that field always like there's a big home field advantage for y'all. It was just always awkward to play there. Like it was just like the fans are loud, like it's a turf mound. It's like
Hmm.
just a weird place to play baseball if you're not used to it. And I
Hmm.
just remember pitching there. It felt like the mound was like 72 feet away, and my curveball was like couldn't
Yeah.
shape because it was bouncing or it was going over the catcher's head. So
Hmm.
you guys have been
It
playing well at home too.
Yeah, yeah. We've been on a roll at home. I mean, I think we've lost 3 games at home, 3 or 4 max at home, and those games should. I look back on them. I speak on it now, but I think, in my opinion, those games should have all been won. We were talking about that earlier. About you're just a play away from 3 or 4 games where if you make a play, you get this one bunt down, you get this one hit and run down, or you just catch a fly ball. I mean, you're 3 or 4 wins away from being 20-5 instead of 17-8. So I mean, I think that's a big motto with our program this year, where it's tough. It's tough to play. The game is hard enough already as it is, and um, the only way you could do it is together. You have to do it together. You got to stick with it the whole game, and if you don't, the game of baseball will catch up to you. So that's why we have to stay tuned in the whole game, because you never know when that one play can happen. You know what I mean? There's always that one play that can determine the game, and you don't want it to happen to you. You want it to happen to the other team. So that's a big thing our coaches have been talking about, recently, and harping about. So.
And you guys you're talking about making plays. You guys have some serious playmakers too. And shout out to Tulamero, is that how you say it?
Oh yeah,
He's
Anthony Tulomero.
he's been hitting 400 all season. Finally
Hmm.
got his first long ball, and I was finally I
Hmm.
could just
Yeah.
he's number one on my list underrated players. And then my most underrated pitcher also comes from your team, Ben
Hmm.
Sears, who
Oh yeah.
given up one run
Yeah, I
I
think
think
one
all
run.
season,
Yep.
and he's just
I'm
been
telling you,
dominant.
these guys are a core value of our team. I mean, Anthony Tulomero, he's one of the nicest guys on our team. He's a hardworking dude, and he actually called his long ball the other day against Perry. Like, I was sitting next to him. We're about to get ready, and there's one out, and we're 7 batters away from our next at bat. And he's like, dude, I promise you right now, next at bat, he's gonna throw me a slider and I'm gonna hit a home run. I'm like, That just came out of nowhere. And he's like, okay. First pitch of that at bat, slider, hits it out, and he knows it, so he bat flips it. I'm like, dude, you're a bad man. I mean, he does a great job, behind the plate, and he's just a guy that will have some sort of production, offensive production every single game. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's reached base if almost all, if not almost every game, if not almost all of them, on base. And then you have my boy Ben Sears, who's just like, if Ben Sears comes in the game, like, I'm sorry, you're probably not gonna score. Like, you're just not gonna score. He's just that good.
5 saves on the year.
Yeah, I mean, his velocity from last year went from 88 to 90 to this year being 91 to 90, 95. He just touched the 6 this past outing. I mean, and he's throwing power sinkers with the sweeping slider. I mean, he's one of the premier, closing guys right now, in my opinion.
He's that guy you're glad you don't have to face.
Exactly. And he's just so uncomfortable to face. He's just so uncomfortable because his body's long, strong, but kind of lanky. And he just makes you feel so uncomfortable when you're in there. And then you also got a leadoff hitter who's batting like 380, Brandon Hughes. He's a doubles machine. He's hit like 2 home runs on first pitches already. I mean, our team's really coming together, and and you got another. Our team is just we're just starting to figure each other out right now. You know what I mean? We're all starting to come together. But even Zach Arnold he's starting to pick it up. The first half of the first half, he started off kind of cold, but he's batting like 590 the past 15 games. Like it's ridiculous.
Crazy
to
see.
Yeah, it's perfect timing. I mean, right before conference play, we start conference play tomorrow, and I mean, it's a great time for everyone to be hot. You know what I mean? So, and this will be, our conference is really good and really competitive this year. They've beat a lot of great teams, so it's going to be fun, to go out and compete against these guys. But I think our team's going to be pretty well off this year.
I agree too. 17-8 so far, 12-3 at home. But this list of playmakers just goes on. Like, you have guys like Lopez, McMillan, Deese, Medrano's opening day start just lit up the season. Even though you guys lost, you turned around we're not going to close it to we're going to have performances like this and keep winning. So that's exciting to see too.
Exactly. There's a lot of guys that I could mention because everyone's doing so well. I mean, look at our freshman Malachi Lott. I mean, he's a freshman. He's batting. I don't even know what he's batting, but it seems like he's batting 495,000 on the year because every time he gets up with runners on, he scores them every single time. I mean, he's a guaranteed quad. I mean, it's really interesting to watch a freshman be so confident up there. And then he closed the game the other day against Prairie View, touching 90 miles an hour as well. And he's a little guy. So, I mean, I'm proud of all of our team. All of our teammates, but we got a lot of work to do still. We got a lot of good games coming up ahead of us, and as long as we stay together and do it together, we'll be just fine. We'll win many more games.
I hope to see you guys put up a 50 spot in the end. That'd be sweet.
Absolutely.
I know we're hyping up some of the boys because they're performing. They're making baseball fun to watch in Houston and in Texas. But you're leading the team in home runs, tied for it right now. You led him last year. You're known as a slugger.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. I was kind of nervous. The boys started off hot. They got ahead of me. A couple guys had 3 or 4, and I only had 1. I'm like, damn, I gotta step it up, And then I spoke with coach, and he's like, hey, it's just, you got to take a breath in between your at bats. You know what I mean? You're getting, you get maybe 2 pitches in that bat, and if you miss one of them, you only have 1 left, and if you just miss that one, then then it's a tough at bat already. So a lot of guys won't want to pitch to you necessarily the way you're going to want to get pitched to. So he gave me a lot of good advice.
If I faced you, I would go change up slider, change up slider, change up slider. I would not give you anything juicy.
And then, exactly, and what I'm like, every game we try to find out the trend that they do. Like last game was like 2-seam extended, change up down, slider in, two seam extended, change up down, slider. Like, and then like the week before that, it was hard fastball in, slider away with a righty. And we just noticed trends, and then we pick up on it. And he, you know, my hitting coach, Coach Kiv, does a great job. And Coach T-Dub as well has been helping me out, you know, with approach stuff. And that's why I've been able to, you know, get a couple more home runs the past week. So I've had 3 home runs the past 2 weeks. So, I mean, hopefully I start picking it up a little bit more, but you know, I'm not really, I do better when I don't worry about the home runs and I just try to focus on catching a barrel. So, you know, that's also something,
man.
Yeah, that's also something my coaches told me about. They're like, hey, stop trying to hit the home run. Just go for the barrel, and you're already so strong. Just let it happen. You can pimp it after. So,
all right. Speaking of pimping it, is there any chance we see Ryan Hernandez on SportsCenter with the most unique bat flip of all time?
I mean, I don't know if I'll have the most unique one, but I will definitely be having some cool ones pop up soon. Like there's some ones I've been thinking, but sometimes I just like the little casual, man, just the little, like, you know, this happens every day type stuff. So, and I'm just starting to heat up, so I don't want to boast too much. So I got to let them start coming, and then, you know, as they come, you'll see some better ones. But supposedly my teammates got some crazy ones lined up, so I hope they don't other teams don't start giving up home runs, because I don't even know what they got planned. So
I feel you keeping it simple, but when you do hit a ball to the drive-through line, you got to have like a McDonald's celebration or something.
Yeah, actually, that it's funny because my boy Brandon, he's like, he was mentioning like pretending to bring back a Big Mac from McDonald's or something, or like just like a McDonald's celebration or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out, and hopefully I'm gonna pull it out so that they can repost it and you guys can see it. So that's the goal.
Hey, we love the content, especially on this end.
Absolutely.
Before we wrap it up here, I want to ask you some trivia questions.
Ooh, trivia.
I love doing trivia.
All
right. So there was another Ryan Hernandez that played Division I baseball last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give you a hint on what school it is, but I want you to guess. Their mascot is a Billiken.
Was he the catcher from St. Louis?
Yeah, you got it.
Nice.
St. Louis Billiken.
Yep. I knew it. He's a catcher from St. Louis. I learned that when I searched him up. I searched myself up to see something or whatnot, and I think I was on Perfect Game, and I was trying to search something up because my little brother had asked me like, what were you ranked in high school? I'm like, dude, I was ranked nowhere near the top in high school, and I searched it up and I saw another one that was playing last year. He's from St. Louis. I was like, damn, there's another one, but he was a catcher. I'm not sure. Did he get drafted? I think he did pretty well last year.
I don't know. He was a fifth year last year.
Yeah, he may have gotten picked up or something.
All right. This is a Houston question. So Rice and UH have played 189 times. This little rivalry.
Mm-hmm.
Who's got the edge, and how many wins do you think they have?
Damn, this is a good question. I'm thinking Houston.
It's actually Rice.
It's Rice. Are they up by like what, 20 games?
Yeah, it's like 108 to 81. And I was looking it up because some of these teams have baseball history posted. Rice won 16 in a row somehow. 16
in a row. I mean, you can't forget Rice has always been, you know, in the past, like a really good baseball institution. So that does not surprise me at all. They used to be really, really good.
Hey, that heated rivalry for one time goes Rice's way.
Yeah, I should have known. I should have known Rice was led but I was sticking with my Houston Cougars. I was sticking with it.
Got to. All right, this one you probably don't know because it was before your time.
Oh,
I tweeted
Lord.
it once, but I kind of left it open-ended. Who
Okay.
was the last Silver Glove MVP?
Last Silver Glove MVP. So it was before, because I got here in 2020. That was our shortened year.
Yeah.
So it must have been 2019. I'm
Rice won the
thinking
series, by the way.
Rice won the series. So, I don't know. Was it a Houston Cougar player?
No.
Obviously not. It can't be. It has to be a Rice guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who was it?
That was me.
Was it actually?
Yeah, I won it. That was my only award.
Let's go. That's sick. I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude, I had a one hitter through 5, but let me tell you, your guys had 6 balls to the wall. It was just
really
Rice dead ball zone. But in the first inning, someone like had a bunt like back to the mound. The first baseman charged hard, and I didn't see the second baseman right away, so I geeked and didn't throw it, or else I would have had a no hitter through 5. But either way, like playing those games were so fun. Like it's like half red, half navy.
Yeah, dude, we played at Rice earlier on in the midweek, and that was a close game, and there was a lot of trash talking going on. And I hit a ball there that I thought should have gone out, but obviously it's a dead park, and I hit it right down the line too. I'm like, dude, that has to be gone, and it just like it hit the air, just went straight down, just dropped. But sometimes you can't control things like that.
All right, this is the last question I got for you. This is just open-ended.
Got you.
Best place to grub after a game? Friday night dub. Where are we going?
Friday night dub. I think. Well, definitely 2 of them. Gotta hit the spot. It's called the Den on campus. That's where we all go get some chicken tenders, some French fries. Can't go wrong with the boys.
I got a little experience there with some nachos.
Oh, really? You gotta go there.
It's a good spot.
Yeah, that's where the boys. That's where the boys go after Friday night dub. Go get some chicken tenders, some fries. Get ready for the next day. That's the spot.
Love it, though.
Absolutely.
All right, brother. I thank you very much for your time and for coming on. And lastly, want to give a shout out to Andrew Pate. He's you guys' manager or strategic management. Media.
Yeah. He does a great job here at UH. Thank you to Andrew Pate for setting this up. It's big time. Absolutely. And thank you for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Of course, brother.
I appreciate you all the support you got for the Houston Cougars. And we support you as well, man.
How do I do it? Like this?
Yeah, like that. The Cougar paw.
I hope the alums of Rice don't see this, but
hopefully they do.
And the last note on Andrew, he was Vanderbilt's Twitter guy for the Vandy boys, which is super cool. And once again, thank you, Andrew. You're doing some awesome stuff with some awesome guys. And thank you, Ryan. Look forward to following you all season and following the boys.
Absolutely.
Y'all keep it up this year. And
yeah, we'll handle business this year. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having us on. I'll reach out to you. Hopefully you come get this tour of the facility sometime, man.
I appreciate it.